Hello, welcome back. I'm slightly salty because I just did this turn, then my PC crashed, and I hadn't submitted it or saved it or anything, and then I had to redo it again, and I just rushed through it, and maybe I've forgotten some stuff, I don't know, I got annoyed, but hopefully I didn't. Anyway, here's another message from Kirkostaculis. I don't know, pause it and read it if you want to read it. We got evocation done, that's good. I'm going to get Conjuration next very briefly because we have a national spell we can pick up in one turn. Just in case one of our big glitches dies, we can recall them as missing heroes instead, who are not quite as good as big glitches, but it'd be nice to actually see if the spell works, I suppose. And after that, I'm gonna try and get to like Alt 9. I don't know if we can. I mean, that's just getting to 8 is going to be a chore, but I mean, you know, it's a goal. We'll see if we can do it. Did Vengeance of the Dead. It hit something, but was resisted, unfortunately. We teleported in before Mind Hunt went off, as you can see. So we rendered somebody insane. We Gift of Reasoned the King of Elemental Earth, quite nice. And then a couple of battles, Prime Real Estate. Took that, no problems. Big pile of skulls, we got scouted. So here's what's here currently, including the 74 Solus we got this turn from Carrion Reanimation. So 376 things, but I mean it's not great units. And just simple farmers. We're no longer sieging that with the Long Dead. Lots of events then. I'm not going to look at all events anymore because, yeah, most of these are Plague anyway. There was only one good event, which was a bit of gold. Pania, 580 gold. And yeah, we also got copper deposits in Shambhalak as well. And that was everything. We lost our spy that was on Ross's cap. Big pile of cold skulls still says undamaged, but we're over 400 siege strength now. I think it might break open next turn if we're lucky. We'll see. And again, he could have been gatewaying stuff into the fort that's like increasing the defense, so maybe that's optimistic, I don't know. Samog has also been breached. Yeah. That's it for messages. Okay. So since we just got scouted and, you know, there's not much here, I'm trying to move as much stuff as possible here now, including some big stuff. I'm going to move Sag over. At the moment, he's just scripted to do Fog Warriors, Soul Vortex, and then spam Thunderstrikes. The fact that there are archers in the garrison here does not bode well for me, having remembered to do all the things I did. He'd be on his way to the fort. Yeah, Sag's going to do some Thunderstrikes. Got the King of Elemental Earth. Going to do some Marble Warrior spam. Also sending over our mudded playthrough to do some Enslaved Mind spam. Units in the garrison, should they have moved? Probably, right? I think I gave them to this guy and he was moving on, yeah. And I'm going to have to double check this turn after it's submitted, I think, but doing the recording is good anyway. So lots of big glitches coming over. I'm also teleporting the one down here. I don't think we're under threat in this region anymore. I think Memoria is going to focus on Ulm if I had to guess. So I'm going to move Omar out of this province as well. He's teleporting over to Big Pile of Skulls. I've given him an Eye of Aiming and the Handful of Errors as well. So he has 5 rounds of 32 armor negating projectiles. Only 3 damage, but it's armor negating damage, so maybe that'll be good. We'll see. I'm forging another Handful of Errors this turn, so at least I hope I am. Yeah, I am, okay. What else? Yeah, we're moving all that stuff there. Moving lots of little mages over as well. If I just hit Y on this province, you can see we have quite a few Soul Slayers. Well, if Light of the Northern Star goes up, there'll be Soul Slayers anyway. So quite a few of these S2 mages now coming Soul Slay. Even got a natural S3, which is nice. Yeah, and you can see the big spells we're putting up are Marble Warriors mainly on our dudes, plus Mass Protection, and then we've also got Fog Warriors and Light of the Northern Star, Anti-Magic. I think that's it though. If we get it open though, we can send Vinzel and Air Cooling Simulator into the fort to just spam Wind of Death and Bone Grinding, and see if that does it. Again, stuff in the garrison. This should have been... Right, 1 second. Alright, there we go. Nothing in the garrison. Okay. So I think that's it for the big spells though. I'm going to try and get relief off halfway through the script as well. Yeah, the Afterlight of the Northern Star. There's a duplicated anti-magic hidden here, just in case that teleporter doesn't actually teleport. I think anti-magic's important just in case we get mass controlled. I can't remember what that spell's called. You know the one that charms magic beings? That's going to be a difficult one if it hits us. Yeah, but that's what we've got just sitting here at the moment. But yeah, we'll try and like bust into the fort when we can. If I can just shred all those little mages and units and stuff, it gets a lot easier to try storming. I don't know. Down here I've got an earth guy, going to move over to completely same plane, and he's being individually glitched this turn. There's a lab here so we can pick up earth gems and also move over. He gives us another marble warrior caster. I'll keep doing this when I can. Should get another gem in this turn, but hopefully he's earth, I don't know. We'll see anyway. And then lots more red arrows just moving stuff over to this fort gradually as well. We've got archers coming out of here and units coming out of here. It's building up and moving over. Yeah, siege strength here is currently, it's 428 just with the stuff that's here. There's more stuff entering from other provinces too. So another 40, 50, 60 probably. So let's say, call it 500 siege damage a turn. Once we get down through the iron walls, it should just pop open. So maybe next time. The fact that we just got scouted though, makes me wonder if Om's going to try something this turn. Just a question of whether or not he wants to fight without his god. But we'll have handful of errors. We'll also have there's script E to do, yeah, Blast of Unlife, that's Armor getting damage as well. Plus Seg doing big thunder strikes. It'd be slightly better than last time. Also, I think having all the soul slayers will be better than having the skelly spammers too. Up here, I can't storm these forts because if his god's in them, it just kills the whole army. The only reason I'm doing this is to make sure 2 forts are under threat at the same time. But, yeah. I don't really know what to do. I should probably just move all this stuff down, to be honest. Might just be better at this point. But I'm not. I'm just going to move off Samog onto just simple farmers now. I'll just try and keep these 2 forts just constantly under siege. Threatened. I mean, it's just annoying, isn't it? It's annoying that he has to divert forces over here just to make sure he has something to defend just in case I do storm. It has to be annoying, right? I've got my spies in his cap as well. I guess he's not patrolling. But I mean, this must also be annoying, right? I don't know. I'm just treading water and buying time until this fort cracks open, and then we can decide what we actually do at that point. And if it goes wrong, maybe he still wants peace. I don't know. That might be fine. We'll just see what happens. Over here, going to put a temple down in this province now. Going to park some units in this fort so that it looks like there's something in it forever, just to dissuade any TNN stuff. And doing lots of recruitment. But otherwise, that's pretty much it. Not a very strong position, but I don't know. We need to get this open again and see what we can do. Because it could very well be that there's nothing we can do, but at least I'll try something new, right? I was thinking another cool spell might be Shimmering Fields. What's the one that's like a battlefield enchantment version of this? It does exist, right? I'm sure it exists. Am I going insane? Am I just thinking of Wrathful Skies? I am thinking of Wrathful Skies, okay. Yeah, 15 armor getting shock damage across the battlefield. Storm doubles the number of lightning strikes. That might also be a fun one to play with, I don't know. It's more armor getting damage. Let me see what happens anyway. Hello, welcome back. I'm a bit unwell, but let's go through this. Did this turn yesterday. Another message from Kirko. There we go. Got some conjuration research. Gonna try and get alteration now. Let's see. So I guess the plan is to get Army of Gold and Army of Lead, but I'm not sure how likely that is. At least we can pick up Provincial Transfig 6 on the way though, which is something. We'll give it a try. I don't think I'm going to really ever produce enough research to get these things, but yeah. Report from Samog. We got hit by the big disease spell. That's a shame. We can cure that though. Did some other usual spells. Dioportant. Alm has put Wrath of God back up. I really don't like this global. And it's pretty bad for us because when our glitches get hit, of course, they don't heal. So it will gradually just grind them down, even if they can resist a little bit of the lightning damage. Lost a Threadbreaker to a Horror Mantis, unfortunately. This actually dropped some glitches behind because he was leading them. This is over by Ulm's other fort. We took to failure with our Flawless Glitch walking around, with a Stack Breaker protecting him from mine hunts. Or a battle in Femoria. Oh, this isn't the battle. There's another battle in Femoria. This one. This was the battle in Femoria. So Femoria trying to take his cat back. It looks like at some point he charmed Ulm's Biringe. So he now has a unit version of it. Which is funny. I thought everyone could summon one of these, but it's a unique thing. So only one player can have it. It's like elemental royalty and stuff like that. Pretty cool. Anyway, this was Femoria trying to take his capital back from Ulm. Blank, the Fomorian king. That sounds like it should be one of my mages. So we have Relief and Firestorm and Darkness. It feels like when players reach this point where they can put up like a big protection spell and then a storm, they just kind of win all the battles. Because that's kind of what happens here. This Fomorian king is going to struggle a bit with these units. So Ulm has the Queen of Air and the King of Fire here. Thralls too. Lots of Ether Warriors. Even these things, like the Mechanical Men with Mist Form and 21 Protection, are just kind of hard to get through, right? So I'll just table through this because nothing really interesting happens, it's just, yeah. I mean, Ulm has Firestorm and Army of Gold up. And that's it, I mean, he just wins. Not really much else to say. Femoria has gone AI now. I guess that was his last gasp, really. The Biringe was destroyed as well. Maybe there'll be... Maybe Ulm will summon another one of those now. Yeah. We got pinged on Big Pile of Skulls again, so Ulm can now see the King of Earth. Samok he left empty. It's a shame we didn't actually storm that. I just assumed he'd be teleporting stuff around to defend it, but yeah, this was completely empty. I could have just taken it. Yomi continues rolling over Kalem as well. And finally, this was a bit unfortunate. So Enchanted Forest attack produced a shitload of trolls. And they kill my Flawless Glitch. Spoilers, unfortunately. It's a bit of a shame, it's just because they regenerate, so we do end up with a lot of hit points. And we're sitting here soul vortexing them all, but we don't kill them quickly enough for them to just beat us down with clubs, unfortunately. So we've lost 2 of our big glitches over by Ulm, unfortunately. All these events are a plague, except the transformation, except Spooky Mistcloak Mountains, which was 2,000 gold, a Horn of Valor and some gems, which is nice. And yeah, that's it for messages, really. Yeah, so Samog was just empty, I should have just stormed it. But we're getting hit. We got a bunch of dudes diseased on Samog this turn, and we're also getting hit by Wrath of God now. These were all the mages that were the glitches that were being led by that mage that got horrid, which is a shame. Just Simple Farmers is open. I don't really know what to do in this region now. I was a bit worried, and I just backed off. This turn's been submitted. I just backed off. I probably shouldn't have. I don't know. I feel like I just want to go back to this lab here and just research though, because we're so behind on research, and tying up these little armies and these little forts, I guess it's kind of useful, but we can still do that from here, I suppose. So I'm going to just move stuff off this. We'll heal up. We'll have our death mages cure the diseases that's on everybody now. We'll let the mages, the glitches, heal their wounds from Wrath of God in the lab. I'll just sit back here and try to research. And then we can use the stuff here to help out in Big Pile of Skulls if we need to as well. I don't know. I said this might crack open this turn, we got kind of unlucky. It's critically damaged. So I imagine it's just... I imagine it's like almost open. It's just we got unlucky with not having quite enough stuff. Which is a shame. Because we could try storming it this turn, but oh well. We are going to start losing stuff over here now as well to Wrath of God, which is unfortunate. You can see some of these 2 glitches have turned into 1 glitches because they've been hit. Some of the larger stuff might be okay. These guys are getting hit and taking too much damage as well. They only have 4 shock res. The 4 glitches have 8 shock res though, so they might be okay. And these guys have 16, so they should be fine. But anything smaller than 4 glitch is probably going to start dying, unfortunately. We'll lose some of our little mages too. It's overall not very good. Our flawless glitches are all holding bottles, so they have the shock res from our bless, plus the 4 that they have naturally. So 14 shock resist is probably fine. But yeah, a bit unfortunate that this is critically, but not open yet. But we'll see what we can do next time when it does open. I am going to cast Vermin Feast on this fort as well. Because all I'm going to do next turn is I'm just going to send the dudes in to do Bone Grinding and Wind of Death. So if they're also starving, yeah, it might be pretty good just to overlap some stuff. Ulm shouldn't have Gift of Health in this province because it's still neutral dominion. So I don't know, I just want to see if doing this can kill a bunch of like mages and units and stuff just to make it a bit easier. But who knows, it might not even work. But I don't really know how to fight into endgame armies like this that have all these big buffs, so I might as well try some stuff, right? Because it'll help me out in future games at least. Even if it goes wrong, I'll know what not to do. So these guys are just running away. They'll do some research. This is just continuing to be sieged, unfortunately. Still sending more stuff over to be sieged. And I'm putting down 2 more temples this turn as well. I'm getting a temple in Forest of Pine. 1 in Nothing Bad here as well. I'm forging more Handfuls of Errors. We did get a Earth Mage here, carrying over a handful of errors for the other guy. So we got another guy who can cast Marble Warriors, maybe that's good. I'll keep trying to glitch the Earth Mages that we get when we get them. And there's not too much other than that happening. Let's see, still forging Alcoils, Handfuls of Errors, making a Thistle Mace as well. Useful. There's the Vermin Feast. Lightless Lanterns. Couple of sight searching spells. Temples going up. And yeah. Still installing Uprising in Arms Cap. I don't know if this is hurting him or not. But I don't know, it's over 200 unrest now. Can't be bad. So not much happening this turn, unfortunately, but now that Fomoria's out, we should probably try and grab this throne as well. So I need to march something down there. I guess I could use these guys. It looks kind of empty. I'll probably start building up units from Wald, in fact. Let's move straight onto this. It's probably a good idea. Probably a good idea. We'll work on that next. But other than that, that is the turn, unfortunately. I say unfortunately because, yeah, not a huge amount happening. How long are we from Cataclysm now? It's still a year. It's still okay. But that was turn 66. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.